All right. Um, this is another testimony. I will continuously make videos until I can't. And I think that's the best way to put things in perspective. And I rather say what's happened to me, as I know that things at one point I will not be able to. I'm listening to this perps trying to sound a certain ways. They have this gimmick like voices they sometimes use, right? Where they're trying to sound a certain way and you can see it's forced, right? They're trying to sound like they're dismissing group of people. Now they do terrible things to people, right? They do nasty things. But they do this remotely, and it's really not the hardest thing to do when you do the things the way they do it. But they are just very, very much cowards. Because I keep saying, they're gonna get what's coming for them. There'll be a day where the things they've done to people will come back to them, and they're not the most impressive people, right? Especially the people around me, like especially with my perps. Like some of them are just you look at it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could have easily been doing what they do. Like not to sell myself, like I'm just saying, like it's not difficult what they do, and you see by the type of people involved in it, because even children are involved, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's obviously anybody can involve themselves in this, and it doesn't take much. And so when you hear them try to sound menacing, you kind of laugh at it a little bit, even though what they're doing is horrible, because you like these people are they can go back home or whatever and just be scared of the most, like the nothingness. Like they're not the bravest human beings, but they try to sound menacing and strong, and but they're the just bottom feeders. When you hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm scared," because I say, "Listen, you're gonna get what it's gonna come back to you. You're just such a coward. You do so much foul things. You work for pedophiles. You do this pedophile type of torture, and you think I'm gonna subscribe to it, right? You keep telling you can do the repetition things, and somehow I've been too validated. Now your job is to block out reality. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make yourself believe that you don't do the pedophile type of torture, and I don't think that you're doing it. Obviously, it's not going to happen. You're going to make me think in this disturbing ways. This is what you do. However, you do it. Like girls, like all these things is what you do. What you're capable of manipulating me. I have no doubt, and I can easily validate myself as easily as it gets. It will not even take a second. So, um, I was in the shower, and the shower that is where they do the most disturbing manipulations. They try to always make me feel uncomfortable with my body. They were making me think, earlier when I was making the earlier video, I was like talking about how this bunch of pedophiles and these agencies, and before that, there was like you were using this kid running in the hallways, and he was like, "Ah, pedo!" Like they have kids involved in this thing, and I was listening to a song and something like about Edo, and they try to bring up the pedo thing, the thing that they do, but they were trying to bring back that moment where the kids start yelling that. But then I was about to listen to this BuzzFeed article that shows that there's an issue with pedophilia in this intelligence community. Like this, there's a problem there, an actual problem, an actual pattern, and these people work under this community, this intelligence community, right? I've said it many times. I will continuously say that, and this is just sometimes they like to say fate. Talk about fate. It's just this is magical almost. But I'm in the shower, and then as they make me think of that moment, then they try to twist that thing into something sexual, pedophilia centric. It's just disgusting. And that's the things they do. That's why they were trying to bring that memory in so they can just create some nastiness. They're disgusting, and they were trying to make me feel nervous. Oh, the funny thing is, they keep saying that they're gonna frame me, right? They're gonna frame me. They're gonna do something somehow. I don't know what kind of frame. But they mentioned all kinds of things where either they implant some porn or some child porn on my computer, or they put implanted drugs in my apartment or something. I don't know. I'm not even gonna waste my time and look for anything. If whatever they implanted, they know where it is. I'm not gonna stress about these things. And um they they say like there's somebody's gonna wait for you, he's gonna torture you, he's gonna rape you, he knows what you are. He knows. Oh, okay. You understand? Whatever is gonna happen to me, I'll never let you leave your fantasy. I know this program is systematically utilizing this pedophilia type of tormenting to break people down. Now, wherever I'm gonna be, there's gonna be people who's gonna try to force me to accept this thing. It will never happen. It will never be. It will. I will never say, "Oh my God, black girls, it's me." This thing, just this thing just so happened. That's me. I'll never do that. All the manipulation and stimulation and perception and all of that, I will never let you leave your fantasy. Your job is to make me subscribe. You failed that job. But the result of torture is going to be obviously happening. Obviously, that's gonna. I can do nothing about it. I'm going to experience the nastiness the way it should. My brain is going to take in however things you put together. That's never going to change. But to think that I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm the lead in, and you guys are protecting, and you're protecting a teenager, and I'm the. Ugh. There's no amount of torture that's gonna make me subscribe to it. Now I understand. You guys are the pedos that want me to subscribe to it. You can use your different gimmicky voice, knowing that you guys are the pedophiles forcing me to be stimulated and perceive people in all the different ways you can do it, from the babies to the older kids. That's what you do. And whatever frame you're gonna do it, don't worry. There's nobody who goes around and say, "I'll frame people and life is gonna be happy. Like, I'm gonna live a great life." Be scared or not scared. That's a reality. You just expect that there'll be a time when these things comes back to you. Because not only you sold yourself to pedophiles, but you even compromise yourself. So however it goes, target individuals, stay strong. Stay strong. Because as they break us down with this technology and try to make you be something you're not, however they do it, from the perceptions to the way they force you. Like right now, they're forcing me to think about the manipulations they've done on this person who like is either like a 17-year-old or like a 20, like like, and try to like and they created this different perception to make me look at her in a more interesting way. I remember that was a whole thing. They were like, the battle was going on for like a day, and oh my gosh, of course I'm not going to win that battle. My brain's going to go wherever it goes because they have the ability to override your thoughts in whatever the way they want. When in reality, these people are the pedophiles, and they want me to be scared of it. They want me to be subscribing. I'm by my door for a reason, because I want them to hear me. Because they want me to be like, oh, I'm subscribed. No, this is how you play with me. That's why I take picture of these people. Because then I'm like, listen, this is what they do. You see how they make me perceive this. So if somebody is look like they're an adult, oh my gosh, they can do so much more. And they perceive, create. So you gotta be strong. You gotta be a person who knows who they are. Because their job, as you can hear the noise campaign, is to get you to accept these things. They call like you are our dog, and I'm like, listen to that. Is this what like? So you're my master? I know bad things are gonna happen to me, but you gotta be strong in knowing that this worst thing that's than what's happening to you. You could be them. They cannot say the name Lee Den, right? And that's not the real name, but they know. They can actually say Lee Den. They said Lee Den, but they can't say the other name because it's a reality that they still can't cross. And I'm here to remind them that as much as you try to manipulate me, as much as you try to make me accept these pedophilia things you do to me, I will never let you leave your fantasy because I've been validated in the level. Sometimes they forget how validated I am because when I listen to my testimonies from other target individual, I just listen to like a little snippet, and they forget there's a whole like 40 minutes worth of testimonial, and I start from the beginning, and they're like, when they talk about everything that's happening to them, it's just exactly what's happening to me. The repetitions, the manipulations, the vibrations, they uh, keep telling people to kill themselves, the perception manipulations, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's just to the nth degree. It's just so much. They even have specific target individuals saying they do these things where they force me. They do this program perversion where they aim it towards young people, children. Like specifically, like that wordage is literally utilized. It's crazy. They are so systematic, which I'm so thankful for, that people are saying things to the, I would think that they have maybe a little bit of, they kind of different in certain ways. Oh my gosh, it's so much, so obvious. So I'm like, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna force me to look at it. Okay, you going however you make me perceive. I'm gonna perceive it the way you want me. You control my perceptions. You can make it one way or another. There's no battle. I'm no longer me. I know me naturally. I will not be singing this way, but you can control how you want me to perceive things, and you're gonna make it the way that is gonna make me look like the lead then that you can say. So stay strong, and for whoever and whatever is gonna try to make you subscribe to that, just know it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna subscribe to that. But me, I know that that what I say makes it worse for me in the sense that they're gonna do more harm to me. It's like somebody who's so desperate to get you to accept these things, and like I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. I know it's for you, but I know your job is to make me accept this as me. This part is not gonna be working. Everything else is gonna work. You're gonna manipulate me. You're gonna do all this, but I will not subscribe to this. I will experience thoughts and things that is not me, but it's gonna happen that way because you have control my brain. When I mean you, the program, this technology has has the ability to just manipulate me however they want, and I can do nothing about that. Now I can subscribe to it or not, and they're gonna do whatever they can. It's like, oh, you're gonna get raped. Okay, I'll get raped and still won't subscribe to it. You'll still be working for pedophiles. You see, reality. You're going to continue to do the repetitions, and I still won't subscribe to it. And you'll still be working for pedophiles, and you still do the torture, and you'll still manipulate people, including women and some most vulnerable people. And you're still going to do the nasty things to other people, if not me. And that's that. And if I got raped, if I got tortured, if I got castrated, I never subscribe to the pedophilia type of torment that you forced me to have. Well, I know you guys were pedos. And when I mean pedos, you've been utilizing the pedophilia type of torture for a long time. And thank God for all the testimony to validate me to the nth degree. And as much as you repeat whatever you need to, I will never subscribe to that because I know that's what you guys do. Whatever manipulation perception that you can change and manipulate. So to all my target individual, do not subscribe to these things. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. They call it being a war. They're not a war. They just want you to accept this false persona. So stay strong.